Astronomers around the world stared at their data in disbelief. The interstellar visitor known as 3I-ATLAS, a silent traveler older than our solar system, had shifted colors. First red, then green, and now blue. A living object doesn't change colors that quickly. But what if this one wasn't living, or wasn't just matter? Every time its hue shifted, deep space observatories detected a faint electromagnetic pulse, irregular, almost like a heartbeat. The James Webb telescope, peering from its position beyond the moon, registered something even stranger, a pattern, synchronized with solar wind fluctuations, as if the comet was responding to the sun itself. Something was communicating or reacting, and for the first time, the universe felt a little less silent. 3I Atlas is the third interstellar visitor observed by humanity. Entering the solar system at a speed of 58 kilometers per second, the comet is estimated to have been wandering the outer reaches of the Milky Way for over 7 billion years. Discovered in July, 3I Atlas was unobservable from Earth for several weeks after passing near Mars in early October and passing behind the Sun. Now, it is becoming visible again. When first observed, the comet exhibited a red glow. Experts believe this color was due to the reflection of a dense layer of dust shed from its surface. Observations made in September revealed a greenish glow to the comet. Scientists attribute this to the presence of gases such as cyanide or chloric acid in the comet's atmosphere. Recent observations have revealed a bluish glow to the object. Researchers believe this may be due to the leakage of carbon monoxide or ammonia gas. However, these findings have not yet been peer-reviewed. 3I Atlas reached its closest approach to the Sun on October 29th. A sudden brightening and brightness increase occurred during this time. Scientists are still unable to explain the reason for this sudden change. It is believed that approaching the Sun alone would not trigger such a powerful reaction. The comet will become visible enough to be viewed with telescopes in the northern hemisphere in the coming weeks, but it will not be visible with the naked eye. During this period, 2 European Space Agency spacecraft may pass through the comet's tail. According to experts, this will provide a unique opportunity to directly measure the object's chemical composition. 3I Atlas has exhibited several unusual characteristics so far: high carbon dioxide levels, higher than expected water vapor release, and an anti-tail extending in the opposite direction. These unusual behaviors have led some researchers to suggest that the object may be of artificial origin. However, most of the scientific community agrees that the physical properties of 3I Atlas are consistent with those of a natural comet, but that was before its colors began to change faster than any natural process could allow. Infrared data from the James Webb telescope showed that as its glow turned from green to blue, its surface temperature didn't rise, it fell. Energy wasn't being emitted, it was being absorbed. And then came the pulse. Every 247 seconds, sensors recorded a faint fluctuation in the solar wind density, perfectly synchronized across multiple observatories. To most scientists, it was coincidence, an artifact of measurement, but to others, it looked like synchronization, a test pattern. In Australia, a team at the Square Kilometre Array reconstructed the frequency data and found harmonic intervals that mirrored the natural resonances of Earth's magnetic field. The implication was chilling. Whatever 3I Atlas was doing out there, it was matching our rhythm.
And the color change wasn't random. Spectral analysis revealed that the hue shift followed a logarithmic pattern: red at perigee, green near solar alignment, blue as it exited the inner system. It was almost like a coded progression, or a signal preparing for its next phase. At first, experts dismissed this idea, but when ESA's solar orbiter reported brief radio interference moments after passing through the comet's tail, theories began to fracture. The signal wasn't static, it carried structure. Frequency spikes repeating at fixed intervals. The timing, 247 seconds, again. Somewhere between science and speculation, a new hypothesis formed. 3I Atlas wasn't simply reflecting light. It was modulating it. Each color shift corresponded to a different energy band, possibly a method of encoding data across the electromagnetic spectrum, a kind of cosmic Morse code. And here's where things get stranger. James Webb's near-infrared camera detected a narrow line spectrum, consistent with artificial light scattering as if something on or within the object was refracting light through geometric symmetry. When astronomers modeled the data, the reflection pattern resembled a honeycomb lattice hexagonal, structured and consistent over multiple rotations. Nature doesn't create perfect symmetry in deep space. Something was maintaining it. But what for? Was it stabilizing itself or transmitting something? The pulse strengthened each time the comet aligned with Earth and Mars. Some suggest gravitational coupling. Others whisper about resonance, an intelligent synchronization event. And if this sounds impossible, remember, the first interstellar visitor, Oumuamua, also defied gravity, accelerating without propulsion. Now, 3I Atlas is doing the same, but with light as its language. Before we continue, take a second to subscribe to Beyond Tomorrow. We dive into the mysteries no one else dares to question, from objects beyond the solar system to the whispers echoing through cosmic silence. Turn on notifications, because what's happening with 3I Atlas right now may redefine what we think we know about alien intelligence. Then came a discovery that sent a shiver through the astrophysics community. Data from the James Webb telescope revealed that during its brightest blue phase, 3I Atlas wasn't just glowing, it was vibrating. Tiny fluctuations in its light curve indicated oscillations, rhythmic, symmetrical, like a coded pattern embedded within the glow itself. Those oscillations matched the frequencies of certain hydrogen transition lines, the very same ones used by scientists to define the universal constant of communication. At the same time, the Hubble Space Telescope picked up ultraviolet flares coming from the comet's tail, flares that didn't match any known chemical reactions. When scientists overlaid the data, they found something that shouldn't exist, a pulse pattern that formed a logarithmic spiral, the same ratio that governs galaxies, hurricanes, and DNA. Coincidence? Maybe. But coincidences don't repeat every 247 seconds across independent instruments. Reports began leaking from within ESA's control room. During one 47-minute observation window, the comet's trajectory appeared to shift subtly, but undeniably by 0.0003 degrees. Too small to be gravity, too fast to be random. It was as if something had nudged it. The official statement dismissed it as a data calibration issue. But the telemetry showed otherwise. Whatever 3I/ATLAS is, it's no longer just moving through space. It's responding to it. Some believe it's a dormant probe awakening after millions of years. Others think it's a natural body caught in a resonance field we don't yet understand. But there's another theory whispered in research circles and denied in public, that 3I/ATLAS isn't the only one. That similar color-shifting objects have been observed near the edges of the Oort cloud, all moving with the same velocity band, as if drawn by a shared purpose. And when James Webb attempted to re-image the object during its last observation cycle, it failed. A blackout, 19 minutes long, during which every sensor reading went dark. When data transmission resumed, 3I Atlas was gone from its predicted coordinates, only to reappear 0.7 degrees ahead, moving faster than before. It had accelerated again against the pull of the sun. No comet, no fragment, no natural object can do that. Maybe it's still just a coincidence. Maybe it's something we don't yet have words for, or maybe it's something that's watching us back. As we speak, 3I Atlas drifts silently through the darkness beyond the sun, glowing faintly blue, a color no comet should maintain this long. The James Webb telescope continues to track it, though much of the recent data has been encrypted under ESA security protocols. Unofficial sources claim the color is fluctuating again, not in visible light, but in ultraviolet, a frequency band human eyes can't see, but instruments can. Some believe it's cooling down, others believe it's communicating, and a few whisper something else entirely, that the color shift marks a countdown, a calibration cycle, that soon it will stop changing colors and start doing something else. When light begins to behave with intention, we should ask only one question: who or what is behind it? If 3I Atlas truly came from beyond our galaxy, then it carries a story older than the sun itself. But maybe it's not just passing through. Maybe it's observing, maybe it's waiting for alignment. Because sometimes the scariest part of discovery isn't what we find in the dark. It's what's already looking back